Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Should I say welcome back to another windy outdoors. Maybe that's what this channel should be called. Arrows Windy Outdoors. Nah, doesn't have the same ring to it, but we are back out here on a windy day. Today I am going to try my best to avoid the wind. I'm going to show you guys that there are fish to be had, to be caught out of the wind. They do exist. I'm sure all you guys do know that, but we're going to employ a couple of different tactics that I haven't used very often. One is lipless crankbait, and then the other one is the scrounger jig. I'll go a little bit more in depth on those as we start catching fish, but the goal today is to stay out of the wind. Not sure how well we're going to succeed with that, but we'll see what happens, so come along for the adventure. Well, camera wasn't rolling, my bad. Took a while, just changed batteries and got to turn the camera back on. We got one on the scrounger jig, a big one. Nice little fish, eating up. Yeah, it's been fishing around. We're trying to stay out of the wind here, and yeah, finally got us one here. So we're maybe we located some here. We'll keep diving around and see what else we can find. There we go. One came up. Saw him on Livescope. I'm not sure yet if it's a pike or a bass. I haven't seen him yet. Oh, it's a nice bass. There we go. Well, I say nice. It's not giant. I'm gonna tell you something though. Any bass I catch now is nice because it's been a bit since we caught two now in a row pretty much, but yeah, it's a nice fish. I mean, like I said, we're fishing at giants, but there he goes, ready to go. Okay, well, I'm going to show you guys what it's going to be kind of windy. Show you guys what I'm working with here. So this weed edge here, there's some bait in the area. There's a little bit of bait here you can see, but to get the fish, they're down in here. Sometimes they come up out here too, so it's like a double level here. There's a fish right in here, and yeah, I'm just throwing my bait up in here, just down, and then once here I kind of slow down a little bit, and sometimes the fish will meet me out there. See, there's the bait there. Both turn a little bit so now you can see part of the bait. So that's what we're fishing. That's the reason why I'm catching these fish. We found the bait and the scrounger jig. I've got a little 5-inch Guggen baits darts here. That is a little messed up, but it'll still do the trick. So this is imitating that bait, so that's I'm assuming that's why we're getting those bites, and they're going after the bait, and that's what this is imitating. So we'll see how many more we can get out of there. There's a few more fish, and maybe we can find a big one out of there. This bait there, this bait caster is about to blow up. Oh, there we go. I missed it and came back for it. This feels better than the other two we had. It is. There we go. You got it. You got the scrounger right there. to that, now you get a better view of it. He wanted it. Okay, that's a better fish. There we go. Now it's pushing like 2.5. Little 2.5 pound bass. Awesome. They're just ready to go. They're fired up. Every time I put them in, I can't do a nice release for you guys. But that's also a good thing. It means that they're healthy and ready to get back at it. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. I haven't moved spots, so still got the same bait on here. And you know, let's make this jig. I move this plastic bill, soft bill up, and get it set, ready to go. Get it back in there. There we go. Should probably put a new bait on, but I'm a little bit lazy. I don't think I'm gonna do that. What I'll do is just do this here. Bring it up. There we go. Ready to go. Okay. It's fish are getting better. Let's see if we can get a 4 pounder out of there. It'd be awesome. We are staying somewhat out of the wind. You know, we're around in like a small little bay here, so we'll stick around here. We are in the wind a little bit, I guess, but we are staying out of the main part, which is good because it's bad out there. It doesn't look bad from here, but it's bad. There we go. Another bass. That's a nice one too. Oh, he's got that in there good too. What do you guys think? You wanted that? I mean, that's something pretty good. There we go. Stab me. Thanks, buddy. Awesome. Cool. Well, I mean, you find the bait, you find the fish in the fall. You can find them schooled up like this a lot of the time. So that's kind of what I try to look for in the fall, is try to look for balls of bait. Typically I'm looking for weeds nearby, because it gives the spot of the bass a place to hide in and ambush out of, or ambush from, and then the bait nearby. Now, where to put this bait? Where do you fish your bait according to that bait ball? So it's different per every bait ball. Sometimes you want to go below the bait ball, and you're going to get bit as soon as it drops below. The bass is going to take the closest one near them. Sometimes they want the one that's up above. So far today it's been kind of up above and a little bit near the top of the bait ball. I don't know why, but when it's been down below, I haven't been getting any bites. So kind of figuring out a little bit here. So we'll keep at it. I mean, that was another nice fish. Well, about another 2 pounder maybe, but we'll see how many more we can get out of this school. They're still there. Oh, right, there we go. Just schooled up out there. bit smaller, but I mean, they are crushing this bait, guys. Like, that hook like almost went down his gullet. It almost went down his gullet. Like, any further, and we'd be having problems. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm having problems right now because he's got it down. It's in the side of his mouth, but oh, I just hooked him. There we go, poor guy. There we go. Nice. Got smaller, but I mean, they're hitting, they're crushing this bait. And this is just a 5-inch soft jerk bait. This one's the Guggen Squad dart bait, and it's been working. And that's probably, I think that's the 5th fish on that one dart, and it's still holding on. Probably should. I mean, it's getting close to needing a new one, but I mean, it's still working just fine. It's still holding on there good, so, and they're still biting it. And all I'm doing with this is just a slow, steady reel. Nothing special. If I feel like I'm getting caught in some weeds, I'll do a couple of jerks like that. Not heavy, just light ones, just to clear it up, clear off whatever's on the hook, and then back to a steady reel. I mean, it's not super slow, but it's like a medium pace. Definitely not fast. I'm not burning that. I might mix, after I rig this bait up, I might mix it up a little bit. I might throw the lipless out there, just something different. No, rigging this. The nose is too narrow here. So what I'm gonna do is I just snip off a little bit on the nose, like that. And then just match them up where you want it on there, where you want the hook to come out at. So just before the 3rd line here, and let's go for the nose. Now with these baits, there's a hook slot right here, so I try to keep the hook shank in the plastic between there and here. Now it's really thin, but if you can do that, your bait will stay on there a lot longer. Has for me anyways. Sometimes I'm not that good to get it in that plastic very well, but sometimes I can. Oh, see, I'm already crooked. Oh, not too bad. That'll work. Just go up on there. Actually, that's perfect. I couldn't. Yeah, whatever. Looking good. All right, another little trick here. So I've been struggling with this. So this sometimes has made my, twist like this. Well, it twists my line here. So what I did is I took it's a PMC swivel here, and got wind for a second. And so this swivel, it's a 55-pound test swivel. So it's going to take a lot of beating before it breaks. It looks small, and it is smaller, but it's going to take a lot of beating. So, and when I put that on there, my line wasn't twisting anymore, and it was much better, because I already lost one of these. I think I showed you, I think I put it in the video, maybe, I don't know if I didn't, but my line was wrapping around the rod because of the line twist, and I didn't notice it wrapped around the rod tip, and it's, when I casted my jig right off and broke it. So that's that's a little bit of a tip for you guys and throwing these things. I'm definitely not a scrounger bait expert. This is just something I learned on the fly, so hopefully it helps you guys. But let's get back in there and see if we can get a couple more of these fish. Actually, we're not going to throw this bait right now. We're going to throw, like I mentioned, we're going to throw the lipless. Something a little bit different. They've seen the other scrounger bait quite a bit, so maybe we can keep them fired up with this. is a good bait, but it's a good type of bait to throw in the fall. But sometimes they don't want it, and that's okay. It's a little wacky worm out there. Just keep them honest. Light gear, so it's gonna feel pretty nice. I'm not really making much headway with them. It's bass. Oh, it's a nice bass. There we go. That's the fish we're looking for. Heck yeah. Threw out the wacky rig just to keep them honest. Ah, it's a beautiful fish. Awesome. We definitely got the 3 pound range. Might be pushing here 4. Keep you guys out of the wind. Yeah, that's a beautiful fish. Really had to slow down for this one though too. Oh yeah, almost 4. 312, 3 pounds, 12 ounces. Yeah, it's a nice looking fish. Beautiful fish. Yeah, let's get this fish back in the water. There we go. Awesome. Well, I knew if we just kept with it, switched up baits a little bit, my theory was that they saw this scrounger jig maybe one too many times. So then I thought, well, let's throw something different in there. Maybe something a little bit slower we can pick them apart with. And that's when I thought, well, we'll just throw wacky worm. Now this wacky worm is just a June bug, and that's it. There's no extra weight, nothing. Just got a VMC, there's a VMC finesse Nico hook, and then I believe this is by Mustad. They don't make these. Might have to find an off brand of these keepers. They wrap around the worm like that and have the hook, or I mean the hole for the hook. I like these better than those bands. I really do. But I don't know. Tried finding Mustad ones lately, and I couldn't. So I'll have to try and find new ones. But I do like these better. Seemed like when I changed up to this this worm here, just dragging it slow and just let it sit, all of a sudden I just picked it up and fish was on there. So we'll throw this worm for a little bit longer here too before we switch up to another bait. another one. Oh my goodness. This is the next cast too. Yep, he come on. I was horsing him too much. That's my bad. That was my bad. That was probably about another 2-pounder. Yeah, should have slowed down on that one, but that's all right. We'll go back in there. That was literally the next cast after putting that last fish back. Well, let's get back in there again and see what see how many more we can hook into. Hopefully not lose any more. But I forgot to turn the camera on. Classic move. That one came off of the wacky worm, which doesn't exist anymore because he threw it. There's the ring there, so we'll get another one. Yeah, okay. Still there. Had a bite off of had a couple of nibbles off of that worm before I lost it. But yeah, we'll get another worm on here, and so I'm trying to wrangle this line. Not easy to do in the wind. Let's get another worm on here and get back in there. Keep him down, keep him from jumping. Gotta jump. Oh, not too bad. This feels a little bit better than our last one. I'm gonna try not to horse this one so I don't lose this one too. Oh yeah, this is a nice one. We're not gonna be able to flip this one. Come here, come here, come here. Oh, open up, open up. Oh, got him. There we go. That is another nice fish. Wow, that is another really nice fish. To be honest, I'm not so certain that's not the same one I caught before. I don't know, it looks, he didn't move. It looks about the same size. We'll know if he's 312. No, it's different. This one didn't, the other one didn't have a little dark spot right here. Cool, that's a nice fish. Got little leeches inside there too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just like that worm, you just let it sit out there, they just pick it up, they're on there, and I don't know. June bug is also my favorite color to throw in the fall too, by the way. So 3 pounds 10 ounces. Yeah, that's another nice solid fish. Love it. Now let's get this fish back. Ah, you bit me. There he goes. He's like, let me go. There we go. Got hammered. Nice little fish here. Huh? There we go. Just got hammered. Nice little flip. So I had to switch it up back to the scrounger because didn't get any bites on that soft plastic swim bait, or jerk bait by itself, weightless, or the wacky rig when I went back to the wacky rig. So I went back to this, and man, he hit it pretty good too. Like he hit it like a 3-pounder. He was only like what, 1.5 maybe. We'll fart around for a little bit longer and then probably call it a day. All right, well that's gonna do it for today. We were able to stay out of the wind, the worst part of the wind anyways, and we finally found ourselves a school of fish to hammer on. Like I described or showed you guys in the previously, what we ended up having to do is finding a school of bait fish. And typically in the fall, when you find the bait fish, you're gonna find the predators nearby, because that's what they're feeding on in the fall. Well, they're feeding on all the time, but they're a bit more predictable and more schooled up in the fall from what I've noticed. And you can find them schooled up other times of year too, so don't get me wrong, but typically in the fall what I'm looking for is bait first, and then of course trying to find those bigger marks lurking around that bait. And we found that here. Took a couple spots, especially trying to stay out of the wind. I did try a couple spots in the wind, but they didn't pan out, and I thought, well, I am trying to stay out of the wind, so I'm gonna stay true to that. And yeah, I mean, it's not like it took us all day. Started the morning, we had a late start this morning, and then yeah, it's about 1:30 right now, so I mean, it's not too bad for a late start and only part of a day, but I got to get going. So that's gonna do it. The all-stars today, and were the scrounger jig. I had to make some modifications like I showed you guys in order to get it to work right, but once I did that, it worked pretty good. And then I tried a couple other things, but really couldn't get anything else, get them to bite anything else other than that wacky worm. We got our 2 biggest fish off of that wacky worm, I think. And that was a June bug color, and I'm not sure, maybe it's just because they're thinking it's a bluegill color type of a bait, but sorry for the wind, but yeah, I don't know what it was, but they really liked it, and it had to be moving slow, and I mean like really slow, like the point where it was like, you know, literally just sitting there, like almost dead sticking it. The only reason why I moved is to keep it out of the weeds. You're hitting the bottom and getting into the weeds. And they weren't really hammering that wacky worm, but they would hammer that scrounger jig. So anyways, well, that's going to do it. We if you're trying to stay out of the wind, just find that bait ball out of the wind, and you won't. Okay, every bait ball is not going to have a school of bass on them, or you know, a ton of bass, but you just gotta jump around and find them. So just remember, in the fall and it's a windy day, you're just trying to stay out of the wind, just go find some of those banks and some of those deeper weed lines and look for the bait. Wait for the bait ball. It doesn't have to be deeper weed lines, it has to be deep. Just find the bait, and the bass will be nearby. Not every bait ball is going to have bass near it, so you might have to play around and figure out which ones to do. But eventually you will run into a ball of bait that has some bass near it. Sometimes it'll be schooled up pretty good, like I was mentioning before. So just remember, find them bait balls, and bass should be nearby, and mess around with some baits. Even if you do see bait ball, play around with a few different baits. Sometimes fall can be junk fishing, but sometimes they can be picky, like today. So we even did try throwing the lipless. We got a couple of pike on the lipless, but we didn't get any bass. And I threw the lipless within, you know, in between the scrounger jig and the the wacky worm. So I know I threw it around some bass. They just didn't want it, and that's okay. That's sometimes just the way it goes. So all right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this long outro. But it was a good day. It's a nice day out, other than the wind. It's gonna do it. I mean, it's been good morning. So if you guys are stuck around for this, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.